Broadcasting from Ventas, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTL, editorial news weekend review for April 19, 2010. Yes, I did one for April 18, but we might as well have the weekend, baby. Weekend review. Continuing on, of course, throughout the week, and it might continue longer, about the flights that was canceled in we might as well say Heathrow Airport in London, and you might as well say in the Europe area, because of the volcanic fallout in Iceland. Now let me explain to you about volcanoes. They're so delicate. Of course, let's take an example of a volcano. Okay, when it's hot, it's spewing lava and everything, it's shooting up in the air. Yes, it's fine. You see it, you're seeing it. And it's really close in an area, a local area or a community. But all of a sudden, when you see a structure like this, and you're seeing, okay, the lava's coming up, and of course you got activities of the pyroclastic flow, you got the volcanic bombs, and you got the ash clouds. Now, if it's, you see, the one key ingredient that caused everything to be bad, that the planes cannot go, is, once again, the ash clouds. Yeah, if it's the ash clouds is coming out of the volcano, that's one thing. But of course your volcano is very hot, you know. It melts through steel, you know, lava. It melts through steel, everything. But when it hits the outside air, and Iceland is colder than most of your European countries, of course, it's going to get cold and it's going to freeze up the ash to form a nice glassy foam. Now, let's say in South America, when smoke come out, ash clouds, because your weather atmosphere is warm, and this is kind of warm, it's just going to cool down a little bit. It's not going to form that glassy film or foam. But here's from the latest picture. When it comes out like this, and your atmosphere is very cold, and when you get above the clouds, it gets even colder. So yes, it will be a threat. It goes out, it gets into some planes, and it gets into the vent sensor, it gets into the exhausts, it ruins engines. They say years ago, when a Japanese plane went through, and the volcano was erupted by then, and it was during the cold season. It went into it, and they nearly got out of there and was able to land. Thank God for it, because once it got in there, it jammed up the engine, and so they had to restart the engine, and they was able to make it to their destiny, but they had to replace the engine. So they being safety wise about that. Iceland is no place for planes to go by that area. Not during this type of season. This is April. This is still kind of like a late winter in that area. So, on my keynote on our Earth, is it going to last? You know, you got to think about that situation and how many more times it's going to affect. It might be another week or two to keep going. I'll be back with more LTL Editorial News Weekend Review.